This is Your Magnetic Purpose podcast, a new season focused on creativity and connection. We'll use tools like human design, tarot, and astrology, and see what happens when you let your natural rhythm lead. So let's dive in. Social media for creatives doesn't have to feel exhausting. And the reason that it so often does is you're probably trying to show up in a way that doesn't match your energetic design. What works for one type will drain the other. And the content strategy that feels natural for a manifesting generator would burn out a projector. The posting rhythm that energizes a generator would not work for a manifester. Hi everybody, I am Ashley and this is Your Magnetic Purpose, and today we are exploring how each energy type can use social media in ways that actually feel good for them. Generators, show the process. Your social media magic is authenticity through documentation. Generators create the most compelling content when they're sharing what they're really excited about. Your audience connects with your enthusiasm and your journey. So some content strategies that you can have is to document your entire creative process, the behind the scenes of the project that's activating your work, and the evolution through the rough idea to the finished project. Share what you're learning as you master your craft. Your followers want to get to know you better and see over time what you're building. Create content series that you can actually sustain. Weekly studio updates, monthly project reveals, or ongoing skill development is going to be key for you. And your posting rhythm, you want to be consistent and sustainable. Find a rhythm that you can actually maintain. If it's 3 times a week, and that's better than once a day, then make sure you're doing that so that it doesn't actually drain you. And post when you have something genuine to share. Your audience can feel when you're forcing content versus when you're actually excited and you have something to show them. You are here for mastery. So if you are staying in the same message over time, you are just repeating it in different ways, and that is correct for you. Your audience wants to hear your mastery in all different facets. So some content type that will work for a generator would be time-lapse videos of your process. So the befores, the after, the transformation, and then show your refinement. And also tutorials that are teaching what you've mastered along your creative journey. And a tip for your engagement approach is you want to respond to comments and DMs from people that you actually want to engage in with your work. Your energy comes alive in authentic connections. You want to build these relationships with your followers over time. You excel at depth, so cultivating a real community rather than just chasing vanity metrics. So some platform recommendations for generators would be Instagram for your visual process and YouTube for your long form tutorials. And did you know that you can create and watch your podcast on YouTube? You can also do deep dives in Pinterest to showcase your body of work. Another really great energy tip for you is to batch content creation and do it during your focus time when you're already in your creative flow. Capture the process while you're actually working at it rather than trying to recreate it for social media. And manifesting generators, you are multi-platform momentum. Your social media magic is in dynamic energy across multiple channels. Manifesting generators thrive when they're not confined to one platform or one content type. Your variety keeps both you and your audience engaged. So some content strategies that you can try is to show your range. You are multi-passionate. Let that show. Different types of work, different creative experiments, and different access to your process. You want to do quick, energetic content that matches your pace. So fast cut, rapid fire tips, and momentum-based storytelling. You also want to repurpose content from across different platforms in different formats. Turn one of your ideas into a reel, and then a carousel, a thread, and then a story series. And for your posting rhythm, you want to work in bursts of activity when you are energized. You can do multiple posts in one day when the inspiration hits. And then in the quieter periods, it is totally fine for you and your energy type to kind of take a pause. You want to make sure that you are showing up as energized as you naturally are. So content types that work for you is short form videos. So anything like a reel or a TikTok, this matches your quick energy. And a carousel post is here to show multiple ideas all in one story. You can also do real-time updates and spontaneous shares on your multi-slide posts. That is how you let others in and they can explore your different angles. Some really great engagement approaches for manifesting generators is quick responses when you're in an engagement mode. You want to batch replies to comments and messages when you have the energy. And then you want to collaborate with other creators frequently. Your energy loves cross-pollination. And some really great platform recommendations for a manifesting generator is TikTok for fast-paced creative content, Instagram for visual variety, and Stories or Twitter or X for quick thoughts and rapid engagement. LinkedIn for professional, multifaceted presence as well. And some energy tips to keep the momentum going is to keep content creation tools easily accessible across all your spaces. When inspiration hits, capture it immediately on whatever platform feels right to you in that moment. And then for projectors, you are the strategic thought leadership. Your social media magic is high-value insight. Projectors succeed on social media through quality over quantity. Your perspective is what makes you magnetic. Some content strategies is to share your unique framework and perspective. What do you see in the creative field that maybe others are missing? Some educational content that showcases your expertise. Teach people how to think and how you see things differently. And then you want to curate and comment on industry trends. Your analysis of what's happening is more valuable than the consistent original creation of it. A really great posting rhythm for projectors is 2 to 3 high-quality posts per week rather than daily content. Each post should offer genuine value. So go very deep with a few of your posts, long format captions, thoughtful video content, and make sure that you are sharing all of your mastery and the things that you know and that you can see a different perspective on. And some content types that are actually going to work for projectors are in-depth carousel posts, breaking down the creative concepts, having voiceovers on your videos, sharing your perspective, or curated collections with your expert commentary. You could also do case studies showing your strategic approach to life. And some really wonderful engagement approaches for a projector is focus on meaningful conversations with ideal clients or collaborators. You want to have quality connection over mass engagement. You want to position yourself as someone worth following for insight and not just for entertainment. Some platform recommendations for projectors would be LinkedIn for your professional thought leadership, Instagram for visual expertise, and carousels for deep dives. Also, a Substack or some type of a Patreon for long-form content where people need to subscribe to actually get your value. Some tips for conserving your energy while you are creating for social media is to create content in focused sessions when you're rested and clear. Schedule it out so you're not consistently having to show up, and your energy is better spent on high-value creation rather than daily posting. Manifestors, you are all about bold visions and announcements. Your social media magic is initiating conversation and setting the trends. Manifestors use social media most effectively when they're starting movements or making bold statements. Some really great content strategies would be for you to share your big ideas unapologetically. You are here to initiate, so lead with your vision. Use social media for announcement and launches. When you're releasing something new, and you want to create an impact. You're also known for your provocative perception that challenges conventional thinking in your field. So a manifestor's posting rhythm should be posting when you have something significant to say. You don't need to maintain a consistent presence. You want to create an impact with fewer, more powerful posts rather than consistent daily content. And then you want to disappear when you're creating. Return when you have something to share. Your audience will wait for your next move. Engagement approaches that work well for manifestors is you initiate conversations and let others engage with what you've already started. Inform your audience of what you're doing rather than seeking their input before you do it. And some great platform recommendations for a manifestor is Instagram for a visual impact and announcements on Twitter or X. And for your bold statements and your thought leadership, YouTube for visual casting. And you can also do all of your launches on emails where you have direct communication with your audience. Some energy tips to keep it nice and high and vibey as a manifestor is to batch content creation during your creative phases. Create multiple pieces when you're in the momentum and schedule them when you're out of momentum. And then you can step away. And reflectors, you are a cultural commentary and a curation. Your social media magic is timely content that captures the collective moment. Reflectors create compelling content when they're reflecting and sensing what is going on in culture and in creative landscapes. Some content strategy is to share what you've been observing. Cultural trends, creative momentum, shifts in your industry, and then you want to curate it beautifully. Your ability to sample the best of what's out there and present it in a cohesive way is super valuable. You also want to do mood-based content that captures feelings and moments. Your audience connects with your ability to articulate what they are sensing, but they can't quite name yet. And your posting rhythm has to align with your lunar cycle. Notice which moon phase you want to share your ideas in versus the ones that make you want to retreat. Next, you could do seasonal content strategies. If your energy shifts with the lunar cycles, work with that. If you're feeling better in the equinoxes, work with that. If you're feeling like you need deep rest in the winter, work with that. And content types that actually work for a reflector is curated mood boards and visual collections. Reflectors post about what you're noticing and what you see in your field. Your aesthetic content is what captures the moment and a feeling. And engagement approaches for you would be to sample your audience's energy. Pay attention to what resonates and reflect it back in an elevated form. You want to collaborate with other creators across different styles. Your content becomes richer through variety. Some platform recommendations for a reflector is Instagram for the aesthetic curation and visual storytelling from Pinterest. You can create those mood boards and trend collections, and then you can share them on TikTok or on your Substack. And some tips for keeping your energy high would be to track your posting energy across the lunar cycles. Notice the patterns in which you feel called to share versus when you need to absorb. Build your consistent content calendar around your natural rhythm. And some universal social media wisdom would be to create content based on your authority. If you have sacral authority, only create content about things that genuinely excite you. If you have emotional authority, don't post from an emotional extreme. Create content when you have clarity. You can schedule it out when the timing feels right. For splenic authority, trust your immediate creative hits. If you feel inspired to post something, do it. And for self-projected authority, talk through your content ideas before creating them. Voice memo yourself and discuss it with a trusted person. And then for lunar authority, let content ideas sit for a full cycle before committing to a major content strategy or a platform shift. And the algorithm changes consistently. Your energy type does not. Build your social media strategy around sustainability for your specific design, and you'll outlast any trend chaser every single time. And choose a platform that matches your natural content style. Generators, 1 to 2 platforms can show you consistency, and manifesting generators, 3 to 4 platforms can let you express different aspects of your work. Projectors, 1 primary platform where you can build depth, and manifestors, platforms where you can make an impact. And then reflectors, platforms where you can support curation and aesthetic expression. So social media works when you are supported by your energy and not drained from it. This week, choose one strategy for your type and experiment with it. See how it feels to create content when it actually aligns with your design. And if you stop trying to post like somebody else and start posting like yourself, this is going to make your life so much easier, and it is going to stop the blocks that we often feel around social media. So head over to yourmagneticpurpose.com, pull your chart, and find out what is best for your energy type. In our next episode, we are going to speak about creative collaborations and partnerships through human design, and how different energy types work best and where their magic really happens. I am Ashley, and this is Your Magnetic Purpose, and I will see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe wherever you stream your podcast. For more resources and tools to explore human design, tarot, and astrology, head over to yourmagneticpurpose.com and book a live one-on-one reading or download your free chart. Remember, the more that you align with your purpose, the more opportunities you attract.